Hello friends. Okay, we've made progress here. The journal's coming together quite nicely. Now we've got, all of our mats on, our spine fabric is on, our flip pocket tuck is in its place. I'm gonna get that back in there. Our long, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. Our long journal card is in here. And it's just backed with manila folder. There's gonna be a pretty pink ribbon tied in there as soon as I find it. I placed that somewhere. Have you ever put something away and yeah, you go back to find it and it's not anywhere you thought you put it? So that's what happened with that. But there's gobs of it. I just have to find it. So I know it's somewhere. Okay. All right. So our next adventure is to make a long side pocket here and something to go in the pocket. So I'm going to put up a freebie on my website again. Now the other one is still there. This one, it's going to be there for the duration of this video series. So yeah, that one's still there. This is the new freebie. So this is the little notebook, a little side pocket tuck, and a little other pocket that you can also use for a tag if you'd like. Okay, so I'm not going to cut this out on video because yeah, it's just cutting paper, So I have some already cut out. And we're going to make our little notebook. This is what it looks like finished. There, little notes. I also put a feather charm on there. The little side pocket tuck is there. These are in my my add-ons kit for my birds stuff in my Etsy shop. So then I just put some paper, just heavyweight. It's nice heavyweight paper, and then our little pocket is back here with our little shy bird. Okay, yeah. Okay, and the back has the little rose on it. Okay, so we'll put that aside and get busy on our little notebook. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because you just saw me in the last video sew a signature in. It worked out well. Let's just stick with that, okay? So what we're going to do is fold this in half, and that makes our cover. Now for mine, I round the corners because, excuse me, that's what I do. You don't have to, and if you're thinking about it might get complicated to round the corners on the paper that you're putting inside it, then by all means don't do it. This is supposed to be, fun and relaxing and all that. So you've got, I print mine out with backing paper. Okay, start over. I print it out, and then I print it out with a background paper on the back. And I'm going to eventually come out and with my Etsy shop with my background papers. You can print anything you want. Print it out on some of your tea stain or coffee stain papers or whatever you want to do with that. I just didn't want it to be completely white inside. If you like completely white inside, go with it. It would still look nice because the pockets would show up really well. Okay, so for this pocket, let me make sure I'm in shot. Okay, this pocket, what I did was I left it a little big so that you can whittle it down however you want. You can lay it down flat on there, or you can score it. For the one I did in here, let me take those out. I scored it at the 1/4 inch on the bottom and on the side to give me some extra room inside, okay? And on the back pocket as well, I scored it. You don't have to do that. So I left you with options to score or not to score. That is your question. All right, so you can, you know, just put it on there, measure it, and whack it off wherever you want. I just thought that was a pretty pocket that goes well with the colors in our bird. Okay, so there we are. And on this one, now you can put this one on the back if you want. It doesn't matter. It's interchangeable. I left it big enough to where you can do that, whichever way you want to do with it. On this one, now I just cut mine straight off because I'm going to round those corners. And I saw no reason to try to curve that. You can curve it if you want when you're cutting it out. So you can score it, or you can lay it flat. Trim it to where you want it to be. I left it a little bit long, so you have plenty of room to exercise whatever option you want to exercise there. Okay? With the one that I did in the little notebook that I'm putting in the journal, I did, you know, I did the score. I don't know if you can see in there or not. I did the scores, and I rounded this corner. Also rounded this corner, so that it matched up with my rounded corners, right? Okay, so pretty simple and easy, quick and easy little project to put together. So I'm going to round these corners. You have to have them sitting in here just straight on this particular corner rounder, or it'll mess up. My little bits out of the way. Okay. So, let me get me some room. We're gonna pull out the scoreboard. I'm a little weird. I do mine a little bit sideways, so you'll just have to put up with me. So can you see? I don't know if you can. Okay. It's simple, just, you know, on one side, let me see which side I'm going. On this side. On this side, I'm going to go a little more than 1/4 of an inch. And this side, I'm going to go 1/4. Because, like I said, I left it long enough to where you can exercise your options. Okay, sorry about that, but here we go. Back to our scoring. 1/4 inch. Okay. Well, while we've got it out, since I'm going to score the other one, where did it go? There we are. Okay. I always try to remember to score the back of my stuff, but sometimes I don't, so it doesn't matter. Just fold it the other way if you score it on the wrong side. It'll be fine for the most part. Okay. There we are. We're scored and scored. But like I said, you don't have to. You can cut it off and just put it on there flat. it'll hold quite a bit of stuff just doing that. So, okay, we're folding and folding and hoping that it's gonna, you know, work. It worked on the other one, so if it doesn't work on this one, I don't know, just blame the fact that it's Friday the 13th, maybe Saturday the 14th when you see this, but hey, oh, there you go. Okay, so as you can tell, there are things that you have to trim off. You want this to be pretty flat because you don't want to have it being too bulky in there. As we build this journal, we want to make sure we're building it good and strong, but not too bulky. Okay? Hope I'm in shot. Golly Bop, I gotta watch that. Okay, scissors. Take some of that out. That's fine. Because that's your bottom part. You gotta... But what I do is, after I do that, okay, I just take my big corner rounder. I can think of what it is. And then round the corner. Pretty simple. Still, no rocket science. Okay, I'm going to take this down to where we have like a point there. And a point here so that we don't have anything peeping over. Double check yourself. Yep. Okay, that one's fine. Here we go. Gosh, man, my little tidbits of stuff. Okay. There. There, you just want that little angle. The top ones you don't have. Now, if you didn't round your corners, you have to go back in and cut that little angle off so that it doesn't show underneath. Because when you're putting a pocket down, you can have a little bit that shows above the top of your pocket, and you really don't want that. It just don't look good. Okay, so hopefully this is gonna work. Yes, sirree. Now, why I did another 1/8 over on this one is that I found out when I did the first one that worked better. So that's just my recommendation. If you're just going to cut it off and put it flat, just cut it and put it flat. That's fine. Okay? Okay. Let's get these in. Give it another pressing there. Get my very, very narrow double-sided tape. I do love this stuff. It works. It makes my job easier. And it makes things a lot more sturdy. So there you are. Gives me a bit of added security when I'm doing things. Oh, I might need to trim that off. It looks like it's curling up. If you have any curl ups, don't leave them. Okay, there. All right. Okay. It's hard to see that from one side to the other. It looks the same. Okay. Am I still on shot? Okay. There we go. the side. Get my doohickey here and press that down so we get good adherence with our adhesive. Say that 10 times fast. Not I. Okay, got that. Okay, before I put them in, we have to do a little bit of inking to make them look good and distinguished and all that. I don't ink a lot, just a little bit. Okay. But it looks better if you give it just a light. No, you don't have to ink. You can use whatever color ink you want. There's loads of different colors. They have this one that's a very light pink. Might look good on this kind of thing. It's called Spun Sugar. I use that in my baby girl journal. Really, really pretty. But this one is a memories journal, or at least that's my goal for it. And I'm wanting it to look a little vintagey. I forgot to trim this corner out, so let's see how good this thing will work. Ha, did just fine. Okay, there you are. I have this problem called forgotitis. It happens a lot. Okay, I always do my bottom first of the pocket because it helps me place it. Get those out of the way. And put this on here. I like to have that little bit of movability with this. Some people call it wiggle room. Anyways, I like that. So I'm going to place this, just seat it down here to where it's right at that corner. It doesn't have to be right on the corner, but right at that corner. Press it down really good, and then open it up and press it down good there. Get my brayer, because like I said, that's what works for me. Okay, so now we've got our bottom of our pocket and we're mostly straight. Okay, so I'm going to do the inside first because that will be the most complicated one to do. This one will be easier to do on the outside. So that's just my reasoning. Here we are. Okay. How you doing? Okay. Get this up through here. And I use my weeding tool. I use my weeding tool for so many things. But I just kind of help it lay back down under there. Get the glue off of that. And there you go. Okay. Brayer. Squash it good and flat. Okay. Here we go. Pretty simple. And like I said, this is the freebie and it will be on my website. Eventually it's going to be able to put it on Facebook. Right now they're being a little ornery with me and I can't put freebies on there like, you know, other lovely crafters do. But I can put it on my website and then it goes over to Facebook anyway, so I don't know what the problem is. Anyways, I won't gripe about that. Okay. Here we go. So we want to set it in this corner. This side's going to be fine. This side, before I had to trim just to, you see where the fold line, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a fold line right there, which if I ink it, you can see it. Let's see. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so there's a fold line there. Yeah, you can see it now. And you want it to sit there. But I found that it was going just a touch over, so I'm going to just give it that little bit of chop because I'm good with that. Then I will, you know, give that a little bit of that. And once again, I'm going to do the bottom first because that's just how I roll. I say that because, you know, I'm in a wheelchair, so it is how I roll. Let's see. Here you go. All right. This is, get that out of the way. There. Sitting right in our corner. Straightish. Oh man, it moved. Go figure that. Okay. Now it's straightish. Okay. Then fold that back. Make sure you got it good and stuck down. Had a little bit of glue oozing out. I don't care about that. Some people worry about the glue oozing out. I don't care about it. It dries so fast till it's not going to bother anything. And the Cosmic Shimmer dries clear, so you don't see it anyways. So I don't worry about the glue oozing. It's all good. In my opinion. There you go. So I pick my things I worry about. This isn't one of them. So there you go. I'm my own kind of weirdo. So there. Line shot. Okay. Here you go. Make sure I'm in under there. Okay. Then you're going to want that to press down. And you have another side pocket. That one, side pocket, corner pocket, whatever you want to call that pocket. And they'll hold quite a bit. Even though it's a little teeny mini journal, it will hold quite a bit. Now, as I said, I put in that signature in the last video. It worked out so darn good. I don't want to tempt fate. At least not this close together. We will just say, hey, put some fabric along there. Because I did. Cotton fabric right along there. Just the same way I did for the big journal. Then I sewed in the signature, 3-stitch pamphlet stitch. And this time I took the ends of the bow and tied them together around a little feather charm. So it works out really good. Okay, where's that little piece of, ooh, where did that go? I am not usually unorganized like this. Where did that go? Oh my word. I have lost my notes piece. Did it not come out of the thing? Okay, I won't take up too much of your time looking for that, but there's a little piece. It's on the freebie. Okay. Don't lose yours. You just cut that out, ink around it, or I inked around it. You can do whatever you want to, and glue it on there. So you have, I don't know where that went. It will show up eventually. Hopefully not stuck to something I don't want it stuck to. Okay. Yeah, so just put it there and sew in your signature. I just used a nice, what I call my fancy paper. It's 32 pound, I think, nice copy paper, printer paper, whatever you want to call that. So that's what's going to go in this next part. So I said we're going to put a long pocket here, and we're just going to do it flat. I'm not going to score around it or anything like that. This is just going to be a flat pocket for a tuck. Okay, so I'm going to, I could have done this already, but I did not. So we'll do it now. You just want and that's going to be lovely. That one's done. Okay, here we go. Just want it here. Just along the edge. You don't have to put the tape. It's just me. You can just use glue. Whatever glue you prefer. It's fine. Iron shot. Gosh. It is not easy to stay in shot and craft. It's kind of like, I don't know, what when you're a kid and they challenge you to scratch your head and pat your tummy or pat your head and I don't know, that kind of thing. It's one of those. Okay, squash it down real good. And on this, I'm just going to take them all off and put my glue around there. Get that out of the way. Don't want to sabotage myself. I didn't print on the back of this one, just a spare bit of paper left over from putting the thing together. The journal together. So what I do is, excuse me, like I said, I put that thin bead of glue over it, but just over the glue line. So as straight as I can. I am not always able to control that. So here you go. All right, here we go. And you just want to lay this down right on the edge of your paper. Get your corners lined up. And like I said, I don't worry about the glue oozing out. I'm okay with that. It's fine. Yeah. Dries absolutely clear. You can't tell it when it's done. Okay. I do want it to be on there really good and connecting with the other paper though. So I give it a good squash down. Okay. So that's our pocket, and that's where our little notebook is going to sit. I'll just give you a preview because I'm not going to put it in there and leave it because, yeah, that would be detrimental to my pocket putting down. Okay. So there's our next page done. All right. As soon as I find my ribbon, I'm going to tie one on there. I've stuck some little journaling cards. I'm going to make another bigger one. But the ones that's in the freebie, I just backed those with file folder, manila file folder, and stuck them in there for the time being. They'll stay. I'm just going to put more with it. So I've got to do another element for here and another element for here. So while we're waiting for that to dry, yeah, it's getting there. Okay. I'm going to put my lace down here. The lace is pretty, but it also will reinforce this edge. This is lightweight cardstock, so it's pretty good anyways, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on here And no, I don't use Fabri-Tac, and I don't use Beacon 3-in-1. They mess up my asthma, so I don't use them. I use Cosmic Shimmer. It puts fabric down. Well, it puts lace down. It puts fabric down. It holds a lot of things. I don't even know if they claim to do that, but as I have tried it out and found, it does. It does really well. For me. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work for other people, but it works really well for me. So yeah, I'm just doing it this way. And I left the lace a little bit longer than I need it to be, so that I don't shortcut myself, because I don't like to shortcut myself. And I just press that down and try to get it as straight as possible. Yeah. I hope it's straight. And then when it's dry, I will snip the ends and put just a touch of glue right on the lace to keep it from fraying, because it will fray. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I don't want it more than it needs to be on there. Okay. Just want it to be there, like so. Now I'm going to take this one. It's already curling up nicely for me. Ooh, I miss. Okay. Now, do this. And press that down. It's all good. So I thought on this one, since we are going forward with our decorating the inside, I'm going to take a little rose trim piece. And yep, I put these down with this too. Cosmic Shimmer. Good stuff. And I'm going to get it right somewhere near the middle, because I think it's pretty. And it'll give it a little bit of something, something. So it brings out the pinks in here. Okay. Not always easy to tell which side is which on these. I'll do my best. There we go. And one on each end. So we're covering up the end of our lace anyways. So there you go. There. One more. And yeah. We'll have our pocket finished. Okay. Now, just because you want to make sure you didn't glue down anything you didn't mean to glue down, you want to run something under there, bone folder, ruler, something, just to make sure it's all still open. Yeah? Okay. Our little memory journal is coming together really nicely. So, let's see here. That's a pretty pocket. I'll stick this one that's not all the way finished in there so you can see. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Like I said, I saved the front for last because all the stuff that I do inside kind of leads me to what I do on the front, if that makes any kind of sense at all. So we've got this one doing well, this one doing well. It'll do better when I put the other one in, but I don't want to put too much pressure on that. It needs to dry. Our pocket, we've got 2 more elements to put in this. And then we're going to decorate the front. and call it done, huh? Okay. The freebies are on the website, and they will be up there for the duration of this journal craft along whatever I'm doing here. So she's getting a little bit chunky, not too bad yet, but you want to have a lot of stuff in there for whomever gets this, because it becomes something very special. A journey I begin, someone else continues. That's the way I always think about making a journal. Yeah. So there you are. That's our craft along for today. These are your freebies. Go get them. Yeah. And I'll see you again real soon with the next element we're going to put in our journal. Let me pull this down to the, yep. I'm going to get better at this. I really am. Okay. And I know you've heard this like from everybody, but if you could subscribe and, you know, give it a thumbs up, like the video, that does help. So anyways, thanks for watching. TTFN.